like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
I mean, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times does she have to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show?
What happens when the husband of a prominent TV host finds himself accused in one of the largest RICO cases in New York history? Sunny Hostin, known for her outspoken opinions on The View, is now facing a scandal that hits painfully close to home. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, has been named as one of 180 defendants in a massive healthcare fraud lawsuit involving kickbacks, insurance scams, and alleged unnecessary surgeries. This isn't just another tabloid headline. This is courtroom drama that could unravel careers and reputations. Before we dive into the shocking details, smash that like button and subscribe for more breaking stories and explosive exposés. Did you subscribe? Great. Let's dig in.
I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
The day began like any other, coffee in hand, scrolling through headlines, until Sunny Hostin's name appeared. Not for her fiery takes on The View, but for her husband's alleged crimes. Dr. Hostin, a well-respected orthopedic surgeon, is accused of orchestrating a scheme to defraud insurance companies by performing unnecessary surgeries and pocketing kickbacks. The lawsuit, filed under the RICO Act, paints a grim picture of corruption. Originally designed to combat organized crime, the RICO Act is now targeting an alleged network of doctors, hospitals, and medical practices. It's less Goodfellas and more Grey's Anatomy, but with a side of fraud. Sunny's usual fiery commentary was noticeably absent. Known for holding others accountable, her silence on this scandal has left fans buzzing. Is she protecting her public image or distancing herself from the accusations?
I've been waiting my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host Sunny Hostin has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She run these women. Tell me why her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud. And I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury? Roll it, Nick.
Doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance. What? And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud. I would say you could get about 20 years in prison, so that's a death sentence for him.
Let's break down the allegations. Dr. Hostin is accused of profiting from unnecessary surgeries, particularly arthroscopic procedures, which use cameras to examine joints. These surgeries are legitimate, when medically necessary, but the lawsuit claims some weren't, leaving patients unknowingly caught in a scheme while insurance companies footed the bill. On the other side, the plaintiff, American Transit Insurance Company, ATIC, alleges they've been defrauded out of millions. They claim the defendants billed for surgeries that didn't happen or weren't needed. But ATIC itself isn't without controversy. Critics say this could be a desperate attempt to recover financial losses. Dr. Hostin's lawyer calls the lawsuit meritless, painting ATIC as the villain. But as the accusations pile up, the courtroom drama intensifies.
According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page 6, The orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influenced and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers.
Sunny Hostin, a vocal advocate for justice on The View, has gone radio silent about her husband's case. Fans are left wondering, why? Her reputation as a moral authority on societal issues is now under scrutiny. How can someone who lectures America on systemic failures stay silent when scandal knocks at her own door? Is she waiting for legal advice? Or is this a calculated PR move? Meanwhile, the allegations against Dr. Hostin highlight uncomfortable truths about the healthcare system. Patients should trust their doctors, not fear their pawns in a financial game.
Always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickback.
This isn't just about one man. It's about an entire industry. With 180 defendants named, the case raises critical questions about healthcare integrity. When profit takes precedence over patient care, trust crumbles. Is this lawsuit exposing corruption? Or is it a smokescreen for addicts' financial struggles? Regardless, it shines a harsh spotlight on the intersection of medicine and money, a tangled web that's anything but ethical. Whether Dr. Hostin is guilty or innocent, this case has already damaged reputations and raised eyebrows. Sunny Hostin's silence adds fuel to the fire, leaving fans and critics alike to speculate about her next move. Will this case uncover a massive healthcare scam, or will it reveal flaws in the insurance industry? One thing is clear: this scandal isn't over, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
Attorney General means that you're responsible for the Department of Justice. And the Department of Justice is one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the world. And it's very serious business. I mean, you have the Civil Rights Division, Antitrust Division, the Criminal Division, U.S. Attorney's offices, the FBI. And within the Department of Justice, you have the Sex Crimes Unit, which is what I was a part of, child sex crimes and child trafficking. How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding, further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her. Well, statutory sex doesn't require you to know what age the person is. It only requires the age. And so if these things
So
are
wait a minute.
true...
So if you're having sex with an underage girl,
yes,
she tells you she's 18,
yes,
and you have it anyway, you're
yes,
still liable.
Yes, you
Yeah,
still are.
She's actually still only 17.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
And so I'm deeply disturbed at the lack of judgment that we are already seeing from the president-elect.
What do you think? Should Sunny speak out? Or is silence her best option? Let us know in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more explosive updates and courtroom drama. Stay tuned. We'll be following this scandal every step of the way.